Good afternoon, everyone. It's Deb Slutmone. Just giving you all a couple more minutes to get signed in. Let me know if anyone's having any trouble seeing our poll right now, and or if you're having any trouble with your audio, let me know. You can go ahead and put it in the question or the chat pane. Thanks. We'll be starting here in just a minute. Okay, I think we'll go ahead. We'll get started. I know some people are still connecting in, so welcome everyone. Good afternoon. This is Deb Slutmone. I am here to talk to you today about some different pieces that we do, all pieces that we do, I guess. And I know I've got a poll going on right now, just collecting some good information about what people are doing with Power BI. So I'm letting that one just finish, and I'm going to go ahead and close that poll, and hopefully everybody's got to vote. Close that one so we can get back to our slideshow. Give me 1 second here. And let's get the right screen on instead. How about that, guys? This is what happens when we try to get fancy and do a poll at the same time we're getting started. So forgive us. Okay, much better. Hopefully everybody's seeing that, the PowerPoint now, and we'll go ahead and get started. So we're talking today about different things that we do here at IS, and I'm so excited to have you guys all join us. I'm Deb Slutmone. I'm the owner and president here of IS. And if you notice my emails here, feel free, give us some feedback. Phone, we're happy to help, happy to do whatever our customers need us to do. Just some base statistics about who we are for some of you that are new to us. We're a corporation that's been around for about 15 plus years now. We're just under 25 employees. And we're what they call a value-added reseller for Microsoft. We also are a source code provider, an ISV, and a direct CSP. Now that's a lot of three-letter words, right? So let's talk about these and what they are. Really, a value-added reseller means that we have the ability to sell products on the GP Dynamics, the nav. We can do all of those types of things as far as sell and maintain and give you enhancements, that kind of thing with Microsoft. And since Microsoft doesn't sell direct, they sell through the channel. And for us, we become certified and we have that relationship with Microsoft to be able to transact directly with them. We've been doing that for, like I said, since 2005. We are also what they call a source code provider. Now that means that we have the ability to create code. We have their source code here, meaning that if you say this window needs to do a double hop, be purple polka dot, or maybe an occasional backflip, we have the super smart people on our team that can help make that happen. So our team actually has a development staff. So we have a consulting side and we have a development side. And the development side happens with both .NET and Dexterity. So we have both levels of skill here in our building, depending upon what type of development pieces you need. At the same time, we're considered an ISV because we sell around 50 different products across the world, Canada, Australia, all across the US. We sell about 50 different products that add on to GP or GP and Key to Act or WenSoft, as some of you might know WenSoft. So we make those, we develop those here, and I will tell you that that's probably really the fun part for me. Well, it's all fun for me, but when it comes to seeing what customers want in a product, where, if it could only do this, give you a quick example. Bank. You know how when we're wanting to do something at the general ledger in GP Dynamics, okay, and you just want to do something, but you want to affect your checkbook and you want to affect your GL, but you want to do it in the GL versus in bank. Well, today, bank in core product is a one-way street. What you put in the GL does not talk back to bank rec, right? So you always got to make sure you're starting with bank rec and then pushing it over to the GL. Well, we made a product called Bank Bridge, and it's one of my favorites because I'm one of those people that when I want to be in the GL, I want to be in the GL. But if I'm updating a checkbook, I want it to get back to that checkbook. We made a product called Bank Bridge, and Bank Bridge does just that. It recognizes when you're using a GL account, and it says, hey, that's tied to a checkbook. I'm going to ask you if you want me to put that transaction in the bank for you too. And you say, yes, I want it to be put in my checkbook, and guess what? It's right there, an increase or a decrease, absolutely perfect. So instead of me having to do bank over, I'm in the GL where I want to copy paste, I want to do the transactions the way I want to do them. So we make about 50 of those. I might show you some sneak peeks at a few of them because that's, like I said, that's really the fun part for me. We're also what they call a direct CSP. And what that means is that we have the ability to sell and service Azure, Office, any of those pieces, including Dynamics 365, as being a direct CSP. So we can help you with those things. So if you already have, let's say you already have all of your Office 365 licensing and you're doing that direct with Microsoft and you're saying, hey, I want something different, maybe some additional assistance and support with some of that, we can again here help you with all of those. So we're kind of that one-stop shop for all things Microsoft, whether it's your GP Dynamics, whether you need a customization or development. Maybe you have another product and someone else made that for you that may no longer be doing that service. We have the ability to do it here. So just some fun things about us. We actually carry two different competencies. We carry the advanced ERP and cloud solutions providers. Those are our two that we carry here as part of the Microsoft partnership. I will tell you, we have strong focus in GP Dynamics, of course, but with that, everything SQL, have some of the smartest, absolute smartest people on our team when it comes to SQL and performance tuning, analytics as far as the Power BI and CRM pieces, and of course that Office 365. It's kind of nice to have that one-stop shop to be able to get everything in that you need done and know that one core group is really helping you with all of those things Microsoft. And like I said, we service customers worldwide. We are, a little tiny Minnesota service. We have a very broad reach, and I know Judy on our sales team put together a map. Sorry, Judy, I didn't get it in this deck, but I promise it's coming in a future deck where you can actually see that worldwide reach of where our customer base is located. And she put together this fabulous map in Power BI, and it's absolutely amazing when it comes to looking at our total reach of where we help customers, where we focus. And that starts with that GP side, but it reaches now into much more, being that product developer, that person that helps with your CRM system, your Power BI. So the quick poll I did right at the beginning of our broadcast talked about Power BI. And if you notice, I didn't just put in yes or no on that poll. I put in part of everything we do, okay, just getting started, and need help on getting started. Those are my three questions. And you want to know what, guys? 67% of you said we're just getting started. And that is absolutely perfect, because you know what? Everybody is just getting started with that product. It is one that is going to take off like crazy, but people just need a little bit of time. It is a fantastic tool. 33% said need help getting started, right? And those are the ones we're here to help, guys. We have Jerica on our team that does Power BI. She's got 1 million webinars right now that are pre-recorded on our website. Jump out there, take a look at them, see, listen to how she does things. She's got a great style to both her training, her teaching, and helping you develop some pieces that I'm going to say are going to be that jumping off point where you say, okay, I'm going to start this, and I'm going to take hold, and I'm going to see what we can do with this. Now, what's surprising to me is that no one said it's part of everything we do, which is surprising, because before all of this COVID fun started, we were seeing, I'm going to say probably nine touches that we would do had a Power BI component. Meaning if a customer brought us in to say, help me with this, maybe it was a contract piece, maybe it was job cost, maybe it was, show me, overall cash, ins, outs, that kind of thing. Everything we did, we brought back into that Power BI. We were starting to help people see how they could take hold of that tool and really start to make it be part of everything they did. The fun part for me, and remember I told you we're going to do a lot of fun stuff this hour, was listening to how my chiefs were taking Power BI into the boardroom. They were taking it into that senior team and saying, here we go, this is what we have. They weren't saying, we're going to start something new, we're going to have this whole new system, we're going to transition, we're going to convert, we're going to do, you know what I mean, that ugly part, right? They just said, here it is, here is what we have. And they kind of let it be that fun, new, shiny toy that everybody's like, I want to play with that, right? They didn't do it as an, we're launching, it was Power BI. And it was so easy to use. Bringing it into the boardroom, to me, makes the most sense, because as people are seeing and they're saying, okay, you know that number you have there, that number? Yeah, I want to see that broke down in 12 different ways and 5 different things and 4 of these and 2 of these. And typically that's where we'd all have our pen and our paper and say, okay, let me get those reports back to you, right? I'm taking notes and I'm going to get those reports back to you and I'll have them on your desk next week, right? Now, when you're taking that into the boardroom, people are able to see that now it's a live animal and they're going to be able to click on it and be able to get that information. They're going to be able to change things. They're even going to be able to ask questions, right, of that overall Power BI. So guys, what I'm saying is, really, if you aren't, don't think you're behind. Don't think, oh, I'm too late. Don't think that way. Power BI is such an amazing tool. It is low cost. Jerica can get you up and get you running. She can pull data from across different platforms. So if you say, well, we only have this over here, but my inventory is over here, and my accounting information's here, and then I've got all these statistics coming in from social media, because that's a whole nother thing, right? If you're my age group, that's another thing. So all those pieces, she can help you pull all those together. And guess what? Power BI is just going to be able to give you that dashboard that everybody wants, that information, and you're going to be able to do the drill backs. You're going to be able to have what they call a pane or a panel, do those things, and even a fishbowl. If you really want a fishbowl, you can have a fishbowl. So kind of maybe start thinking about that, and how do I fit that in? And like I said, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. Nice, easy part. Same thing with CRM. If you've struggled with CRM, if you tried a Microsoft CRM and you said, it just didn't work well for us, and we kind of went back to our old paper and pencils, that kind of thing, let us know. We can help you with your CRM piece just as easy. Now, guys, we do a ton of training here. I know you guys all know that. Those of you that are current customers already. You know how much training we do. And marketing team, I'm sorry, your 2020 slide, I just noticed that I have the 2019 slide, so forgive me. But every year we do tons of training, whether it's webinars, and we do webinars every week. We record them every week. If you're one of our customers and you want your trainings recorded so you can have that video library of your own pieces, we do that for you. When it comes to our big trainings, we bring customers from everywhere. Last year we had customers from Africa come in to our 3-day, which started as 3 days event, okay, and it is in lovely Fargo, North Dakota, which is sunny and warm, and it is in November every year. I've had two requests: move it to a warmer time and move it to a warmer climate. So it we do a ton around both beginning users and also users that are more advanced. So it's really, we try to put in IT, we try to put in administration, we try to put in tons of payroll, tons of just general knowledge, including BI, including CRM, including 1099s, COVID information this year is coming. So many big pieces. And this is part of our event in Fargo, and I will tell you guys this year, we are planning this year specifically to do both virtual and in person. Okay, so as long as Microsoft, and we're right at the Microsoft campus, so we are planning this year to be both virtual and in person. As long as campus is open, we will be there. We are committed to bringing all customers there. But at the same time, we realize that some customers may either not be able to travel yet. Maybe their companies will say no travel quite yet. Their countries, because remember, we have people coming in from other countries, may also say, you know what, we're not open for in or outbound travel yet. So we are planning to make that event bigger and better, and also make it both virtual and in person. So very fun time for us, 3 days in November. If you need more information on that, I know there's tons of it on the website. Information as well. Okay, so guys, along with our GPUC event, we've added 2 full days on Key to Act. So those go ahead of GPUC. So you come in for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for GPUC, but if you're a Key to Act or WenSoft customer, you can also come into our Key to Act days, Key to Act days, and that's really where Key to Act comes in. My team is all there, and we are putting in, I want to say Cheryl told me about 27 sessions specific to Key to Act. Now that's separate from the 3 days of GPUC, but our Key to Act customers, we did 1 day last year, and what I found was 1 day was not enough to get all the topics in, and with Synergy being rescheduled and postponed because of COVID, we said, you know what, hopefully by November everybody's healthy and well, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to do Key to Act days, and we're going to make it into 2 days this year in 2020. So again, that's going to be just an extra fun one for everybody. Okay, so remember I told you guys a little bit about us being an ISV, and we do that underneath our WS Tools brand. And this is a little bit of our roadmap of where it came from. So if you notice, we've been developing products since really back in 2014, started really branding, and these majority come from customers. They will say, we aren't doing this, you need to fix it, right? And then we come back as an internal team and say, yes, we need to fix that. That's really a great idea for a new product or a new tool that we can add into what we're doing. So when you look at all the different things we do, a lot of these Key to Act related, a lot based on just customers saying, payroll rewind. I'm not going to void a payroll and have to go through that whole nightmare of trying to get it out of my ACH. It's too far gone, right? That's what we were hearing. We made Payroll Rewind, and Payroll Rewind not only allows you to void the payroll, it fixes the ACH and it puts your transactions back. So when your payroll people are needing to rerun that check quickly to make that 4 p.m. cutoff, guess what? Those transactions are going to be back. Quickly update the pay rate. Let's say you missed a pay increase, which is always bad. Maybe you overpaid someone, and I will tell you, if you think these things aren't sliding through your payroll, and I mean sliding through, what happens is if it's too hard to fix, the fixes aren't getting done, so they're letting it go. Well, we overpaid Susie and we love Susie and it's too hard to fix and we're down to 6 minutes to get it fixed and it's never going to happen, so they let it go, right? Those types of things we solve for because we're making that payroll rewind product that allows you to pull that out of the ACH, allows you to run that next check, allows you to do all of those things with the correct things. So if you think, okay, my people aren't voiding, my people aren't having to do corrections, I would say take a closer look at that, because I've had a lot of customers say, we never have to do voids, we just don't do that. And that's really when we start digging into what's happening with the mistakes, what's happening. And I get it. A lot of people absolutely are perfect, but kind of keep in mind that if you're thinking we don't do them, they might be just sliding by. So we've been doing payroll, tons of payroll things. We've been doing a lot of different products around just, that making things easier. Summary recalc. We've taken the closing for APAR out of the equation. Summary recalc allows you to recalc those numbers so no one in your company can give out a bad number on a smart list because the customer and vendor information isn't correct in smart list because of how the closing was done. Those are the types of things that we do here. We also do a lot with Avalara. So some of you that might have Avalara, we create a connector, or we update the connector for Key to Act for Avalara as well. So we can definitely help you with that if needed. So, and of course, if you've got great ideas for new products, we always take those here. So let us know how we can help on those. Okay. I'm just going to give you a quick, just all the sessions that we did last year. If you notice, we're running like, this is back to our GPUC. Sorry, I got one slide out of order here. So just going to jump back to GPUC here for just a second. But if you notice, there's tons of sessions. And right now we are formulating all of the sessions for 2020. And I will tell you, we've had some great ideas. Our consulting team is fabulous as far as being able to say, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to bring some more of this. And I know between Tammy and Tracy and Kate, they all came in with a ton of great ideas, great sessions. And we're hoping that everybody, like I said, will be in person, but if not, we're going to be fully virtual and we're going to be ready for that as well. Okay. So some of the sponsors that you'll see at GPUC when you come in November, this is just a handful of the sponsors, and all of these people travel into Fargo into our event. You get to spend 3+ days with, whether it's Green Shades and Molly and her fantastic team. Mary Miller is always there with the Quick Tag team. Bob McAdam was there last year and did a couple sessions from GPUG. So if you haven't gotten to meet some of those guys, they're wonderful. Of course, Notice and McCorma, all those ones as well, and they do a great job helping us bring some fun into that event. But it's just fun to be able to spend some time. Not only Terry Healy and Teresa Nistler come in from Microsoft and be able to talk, and just a great time coming into Fargo in November. Okay, so see, like I said, it's just out of order there one time. So guys, I wanted to show you one of our quick new products here, just real quick. But this window, we have it both on the customer side and the vendor side. And you know what? It's one of my favorites. It really, I'm going to say, is one of mine that, like, you guys have to fix this window, because for me to get all of this information, it would take me like 12 different windows. Okay. And I kid you not, 12 different windows. So if a customer calls and says, Deb, I know I've got a really old invoice, what is it? Well, number one, just working with the document inquiry screen still takes me time. And remember, I've used this product for 20+ years now. So I told my dev team, it's like, guys, can we just have this? Can I have a window that not only do I see the aging, so when Aaron Fitz calls me and says, Deb, what does it look like? Okay, I can easily see that, oh, yep, Aaron, I see that one you're talking about. If I click on the 181 and over, it's going to show me just the documents right here in my lower pane of what is in that bucket. If I double click on one of them, it's going to also bring that document to me. And you guys, you heard me right. I said double click. I didn't even ask for that, but my developers, Mark, Sean, Cheryl, that whole team, they said, no, people want to double click. I can double click on that, jumps right to the front for me. I can print, email, all that kind of fun stuff that I need to. But other great thing is, you notice for me, I said, guys, I don't want to see history unless I'm calling history. So I told the guys, just leave that unchecked. All the columns here are searchable and sortable. And if you notice here, I've got a giant Excel button. So if the customer says, just send me that, what's on your screen, just send that to me. I hit my Excel button, right over to them it goes. Okay, that's one of our windows. We have it both on the customer and the vendor side. And guess what? It doesn't replace any of your windows. This is an additional window that's just for you. Okay, that's kind of some of the fun stuff that we do. We have a lot of other products that we make. You know, Bank Bridge, summary use, a simply use for those of you that do a lot of use tax. We have a simple use product that just makes use tax work all the way through from the payables, PO screens, all the way back to your company reports. So guess what? You never have to print a tax report anymore that you're like, okay, got my tax report and I got my Excel doc and I got my other Excel doc. Okay, I think I'm ready to go into my audit because now I got all three and I'm going to put them all together and then I'm going to have the auditor add them all up. No, you're going to run your company tax report transaction detail and you're going to take that to your audit and everything's going to be perfect because that's what our Simply Use does. Okay. If you do inventory in GP and you hate how it rounds that one item at $1 million, yeah, we fix that too, just so you guys know. Okay, so just some of our cute little products here that we make and some fun ones. Summary recalc, I'm not kidding you. When I tell customers every year end that they don't have to do that anymore, that they can run this product and it will recalc and every window will be right. This to me is one that I get a lot of satisfaction of helping customers when they're like, okay, I missed this, I forgot it, I didn't get it done. We were doing this by hand for a lot of our large customers because they just can't afford to have data out there that's incorrect. We made these because customers said we have to have them. Okay. We have lots on the PO side, including our PM on apply. So some fun ones there for you as well. PM on apply just does what RM on apply does, but it does it on the payable side. So those of you that are familiar with unapplying and so some fun ones there for you too. I won't go through all those because you know what? They cut me off. They only give me so much time to do these. I keep telling them I need more time. This is our PM on apply screen. And I love this product because how many times do you cut a check and then you receive a credit memo back on an invoice that you've already paid? So then you end up voiding a payment that's already gone out and has been reconciled. And you know what kind of a nightmare that makes, right? Well, really what you want to do is unapply that payment because the vendor also cashed that check and then issued a credit for some faulty merchandise. So now you don't have to void that check. You can simply unapply the payment and use it towards another payment and away you go. PM unapply. To me, it's one of those ones that with GP you just have to have. Okay. We also do a lot of different things when it comes to integrations and integrating from whether it's a subway system, and I mean subway as in subway, the food chain, or let's say if it's a healthcare like Epic, we do a lot of different integrations. Our team takes a look at the files that maybe a franchise software is pushing out, and we take those, whether it's I'm going to say a coffee shop, and you know, they'll give a file and they're like, hey, this is our, you know, proprietary software. Here's the information you get that's going to go into your accounting system. We take those out, we integrate those in. We do everything from micros to future POS to different front desk systems. We take those, we get that file and we set up a feed. And that feed not only means that it's going between front desk system or convenience store system, and it's going to push that file to a location. Now, once that file is sitting at that location, we can tell your SQL server to go ahead, or your SQL system to go ahead and look at that location, and every time it sees a file there, to bring it in. We do that for so many customers, and we have taken some down to where they had, you know, hundreds and hundreds of files coming in per day, and their people were just not able to keep up with doing that manual data keying. And that has really just been a game changer for a lot. And we do that with so many now. We just consider it standard practice to be able to really help bridge that system to the accounting system, to ERP. And we can do it both on the GL side and on the sales side. So that way, no one has to like, okay, how are we going to get all this data in? It is really, if you've got ones that need to talk together, let us know. We definitely can help with those. Okay. At the same time, we do a lot of integrations for payrolls. So if you have a payroll service or payroll time clock that doesn't have an automatic integration into GP and you want a little bit more, let us know. We definitely help with those as well. Okay. We do lots of tools when it comes to payroll, and drawer is just one of them. Some of you guys have probably all seen drawer. It's one of our older tools, but it allows you to take the doc attach windows and give them folders, give them security to the folders, and you name the folders. And of course, the security is probably the biggest piece there. Instead of having that huge doc attach unorganized window, now you're having a very organized folder system, and it sits on top of doc attach, but it gives you that security level that you need. We do things like speed switch. So if your companies are really slow as they're switching, let us know. Speed switch might be your answer. Okay. Different ones there. Some of our different integrations that we do. Different things that we do on sales side. We do different discount modules. Quick collect helps with collections. And of course, payment reapply. Somebody gets a check in, they apply it to the wrong customer. Now what do? Void, redo, nightmare, right? We just use payment reapply. So some fun ones there. So these are just a few of the products that we make here in-house. And of course, lots of our payroll ones, including our rewind, our handoff. Handoff just means I can only build and calculate, but after I'm done building and calculating, then Twyla goes ahead and cuts the checks. So that handoff is something that today can't be done inside the system without our pieces. Our FTE refreshables and our PTO liability report, to me, if you do anything with PTO liability, being able to calculate that, and some of ours were only doing it yearly before, and now they're actually doing it per payroll because it's so easy with our liability report that does have the copy paste built right in. So you just have the entire GL entry ready to paste right into your back into your GL after you're done running payroll. So it's kind of a fun one. So just kind of give you a quick tour of those ones. And I know a couple of the things that we wanted to talk about, of course, those are all of our Key to Act ones. And I'm not gonna go into all of those, but if you have Key to Act and you need any of ours, let us know. We're happy to do a webinar on those for you at any time. Our customer appreciation event is coming up right around the corner, August 17th here in Holly, Minnesota. We bring as many customers that want to come out for the day in golf and have a fun lunch and some, some fun networking. Come on out, join us for our Geeks on the Green. We've been doing this one for, I want to say close to, I think it's 13 years now we've been doing this event, and it's really a fun time. And bringing out all the geeks. So that's IT geeks, accounting geeks, software geeks. They're all here. They all come out and they golf. They have a fun time here in Holly. And we're hoping that COVID is better and that we actually can have a fun cocktail reception here at our office after. So our headquarters is right in Holly. So we're hoping to do a little bit of fun here at the building after the golf event as well. So guys, I know I'm running over here just a few minutes, so forgive me, but I wanted to make sure that you guys all knew all the different things that we do here. Course support, training, consulting, business process review. We do project management on different types of projects, whether you might say, well, it's really for this software, but we like how you guys manage projects. So we want you to help us with that. I get called in to do that quite often, where it's like, implemented into our environment, because learning how people learn and adapt to new softwares is something that we're really good at here. Learning where there might be something missing, right? Reporting or, okay, that looks great, but how's that going to really talk to this system where you have two vendors that really don't mingle? We're really good at helping bring those things together. And again, with the tools and the knowledge that our team has here, we are able to sometimes write those middle pieces, being able to get things to really work and flow like they should. So guys, thanks for hanging out with me so much. I appreciate the fact that everybody took a little bit of time with us this afternoon. I hope everybody's staying healthy and safe. And I'm going to check the question pane. I don't see any, but I'm just going to make sure. You guys, if you have questions or anything that you want to know more of, I've got my contact information here on the screen. Please feel free, give me a call, email. My whole team is here to help. If it's, right now, if you find that you have time for training or take on a new module, definitely let us know. We also can get that in and get things moving for you quite quickly. Thanks everyone so much for hanging out with us. Appreciate so much the time that you guys have taken. Everyone stay healthy and safe, and hopefully we'll see you again soon on another webinar. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.